It's more than just a stinking hot, uninhabitable planet without an atmosphere. It's also a poisonous chemical. And a pretty cool video game. It's Mercury HG for the PlayStation 3. Released last week to the PlayStation Network and Xbox Live Arcade, Mercury HG is the 5th Mercury game from Ignition Entertainment. And if you've never played any of them, imagine mixing Super Monkey Ball with a more fluid Marble Madness. That should give you a pretty good idea of what to expect from the Mercury series. Now, the difference in Mercury HG is largely aesthetic. The game is just as colorful as the prior Mercury titles, but it's got a much more elegant style. The HG part of the name references the symbol for Mercury on the periodic table of the elements, and the game has a really clean appearance that uses color in a bold and effective style. And the whole laboratory theme also applies to the levels, so expect to unlock lots of new puzzles and spend even more time trying to pronounce their names. I refuse to believe that is a real word. But despite their complex names, the levels have really simple objectives. You have to get a heavy blob of liquid mercury to a goal somewhere on the platform, and you do this by tilting the level and using the power of gravity. And as I mentioned, it has a feel very similar to Sega's Super Monkey Ball, only a little more mechanical and complex. So getting to the goal is your ultimate objective, but there are usually a lot of things you have to do before that can happen. You might have to roll through spray paint to turn your blob the right color. You might have to avoid magnets that literally pull your blob apart. Mercury HG is filled with lots of clever gadgets and gizmos, and they make getting to the exit a really challenging task. At least, it's challenging to make it within the time limit. See, each level has requirements that must be met if you want to earn stars. You have to reach the goal with all your blob intact, under a certain time, and with a certain amount of bonuses collected. You can finish the levels without doing those things, but then you won't earn stars, and if you don't earn stars, you won't unlock all of Mercury HG's levels. These requirements really have a way of compelling you to strive for perfection, especially since the levels often look simple. You keep thinking you're one more try away from getting all the stars, even as you keep failing to do so. Mercury HG can be very addictive because of its fun gameplay, clever level layouts, and that risk-reward structure. The game's presentation really appealed to me as well, and its emphasis on music plays a large role in that. The levels often react to the rhythm of the music, which is a really interesting facet of the game's style. It also encourages you to import your own playlists, and it's really cool to see the game react to your own music, especially when your own music is Coroner. I mean, Coroner makes this game go as crazy as a masked jackal. But you know the best thing about Mercury HG? It only costs $5 on the PlayStation Network. And for a price like that, I mean, this is an automatic recommendation to puzzler fans, chemistry buffs, or simply people who like really good games at a really low price. So put on your trench coat, your white one, and step inside the lab with Mercury HG.